Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one, we're talking about the NBA for Wednesday, April 24th. In the video, we have 5 picks to go over for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 5 of the picks. If you guys want more picks, I post more picks in the private Discord along with 5 other cappers we have in Dynamo. You could see some big wins, give out picks on all sports you could see here with some more wins across the board. So definitely check out the private Discord, giving out more winning picks over here. We even have some guys giving out picks on Fliff and other sports betting sites. You could see here Finity cashing some MLB slips, some big wins from private Discord members tailing some of the picks. And we give out picks on Underdog as well. You can see another private Discord member hitting over here. So if you guys want access to a ton more picks and more picks from me, I'm just one capper in here. We have 5 plus. Join up for less than $1 per day. Just use that link in the top of the description or the pinned comment to get access to all those picks. See how we're winning over there in the private Discord. But now let's get into this one. For the first game, first pick, we're going to go to Peyton Pritchard. I don't think this one's going to be close again. Pritchard, I think, is going to be in for some big minutes. I'm going over on his points of 7.5 here. Played a decent amount of minutes last game. And when Pritchard plays a good amount of minutes, he can score the ball. So liking Pritchard here. We're going to take a look at him over on Outlier, which is a tool that has a free 7-day trial. Highly recommend checking it out. I use it every single day to look at player props, and I'll show you how it works here, but use that link down below if you want to try it out. So just on the straight points, you can see this season he's hit over 7.5, 54% of the time, but there's so many games this year where he barely played any minutes. Like you could see 13, 11 minutes. So really cool things you could do on Outlier is lock him in for a certain amount of minutes. So last game he did play 24 minutes, which was great to see. I project him for, again, 20 to 25 minutes. So something you could do here is you could only look at games where he played at least 20 minutes. Then the hit rate is 77% of the time that he's hit this, 37 to 48 games this year. You can also give him a range of minutes here. When he plays between 20 and 28 minutes, he's hit this 2/3 of the time, 66% of the time this year. So liking Pritchard here. Tough matchup, tough defense, obviously, but I don't think that the Heat can keep this one close. Pritchard should be able to play mid-20s of minutes. Like I said, I project him for around 22 minutes. So I'm going to go to Pritchard on just the straight points here for the first pick in the video. For the second one, sticking with this game, we're going to go to DeLon Wright. He's been playing big minutes. I like going to his assists here at 2.5. He's actually a pretty decent assist man. I think he can hit 3 here, so I'm liking this one, mostly because of the minutes he's going to be playing, and he was handling the ball out there a lot when he was in the game. So liking DeLon Wright here just for the bump in minutes. This is really low line for him when he plays mid-20s of minutes like he has been. So if we look at this one on Outlier, on this season, only a 44% hit rate. But we can see the minutes in the last 6 games. I guess the last 4 games he's played at least 22 or more, which has been good to see. And in game 1, he played 25.6 minutes as well. So I think kind of a similar minutes to Pritchard, maybe even a little more DeLon Wright could see, because I think he is blowout proof too. I think in a close game he'll still play. In 2023, he's only played 23 minutes or more in 6 games, but his hit rate on this one is 5 of 6 when he plays that many. I think we could just lock him in for 19 here, and then we could see he's hit this in 12 of 18 games. Similar to last season, he actually hit this one last season 66% of the time, regardless of his minutes. But when he played between 21 and 30 minutes last year, he hit this at a 68% rate as well. So just one that he should be able to hit given the minutes, and I don't see a reason why they would move away from him now after increasing the minutes in last game. So liking DeLon right here for that second pick. For the third pick, we're going to go to the next game of the night. And also, we're going to use OddsJam here for the first pick. If you guys don't know what OddsJam is, they also have a free trial. If you want to use that link down below, you get 7 days free plus 25% off after if you want to continue. But they take these props from Prizepicks, Underdog, other sites, and they give you the best value, best chance to hit. So one of their top picks today It's Jalen Williams over the points plus rebounds of 23.5. You can see they compare it to FanDuel has it at 24.5, and then all these other sites are liking it as the favorite. Like Bovada has it at minus 150, Caesars has it at minus 145. So that's how they come up with the top value picks. Definitely good tool to find picks that I use also again every day, and they go into the projections in the private Discord as well that make up a good amount of weight with the projections. So I really like that tool. We're going to be locking in Jalen Williams, the points plus the rebounds at 23.5. So we're going to take the over here. Jalen Williams, he just played an insane amount of minutes in the last game. He's kind of been eased back from this injury over the last month. Seems like he's fully ramped up now. Played massive minutes. This game was pretty close. I think it should be another somewhat close one where he's going to have to play big minutes again. You can see on the season only averaging 31.4, and the minutes last game he played 40 minutes. But the game before played 13, 26, 23 in some blowouts, not close games, but in these closer games, I should think we should give him at least 35 minutes, honestly. And when he plays just 30 minutes, he has this at a 60% hit rate, but I think he's going to play at least mid-30s of minutes. When he plays 36 minutes or more, he's hit this in 9 of 11 games, but he could play 34 minutes here, 75% hit rate still. And I didn't even mention or forgot to use this filter as well. They have it at 24.5, so we're actually getting it at 23.5. So the hit rates that we just looked at are all going to be slightly higher as well for Jalen Williams here. So liking him, he absolutely smashed it in the last game with 26 and played 40 minutes. So really liking Jalen Williams here for that Odds Jam pick of the day. Definitely check them out with that link down below. Another great tool to find the top value. All right, then the next one we're going to go to is Josh Giddey here, under on the points plus the rebounds. Giddey was out of the rotation in game one. Jalen Williams, SGA, playing the bulk of the minutes, handling the ball. So not liking Giddey as much in this one. To begin with, it's actually a good amount of points and rebounds for Giddey to hit here. So with the reduced role we saw in game one, and just kind of some high lines here in general for Giddey, not liking this one for him. You can see the points plus the rebounds on the season. He's hit at a 54% rate, so just over half the games. Was on an insane tear in his last 20 games, hitting this at a 70% rate. But with Jalen Williams now back full strength, Giddey's role has greatly been reduced. And we saw in game one, he played less than 20 minutes, kind of out of nowhere in a close game. So definitely not liking that. I think he does get a few more minutes in this one, but I can't see him playing more than like 23 in this game is what I project him for. So if we look at games where he just played 23 minutes, we'll give him between 19 and 23 here. He's hit this only at a 41% rate, 11 of 27 games. And New Orleans is a tough matchup. This was a lower scoring game as well. So with Giddey playing limited minutes in a tougher matchup here, I'm not liking this one for him. He's going to have to get, his points line is at 9.5, so he'd have to get the 10 points, and then he'd also have to cover his rebounds at 6 flat and get 7 to hit this one. That's a lot of rebounds, so I don't think he's going to get to the 7 rebounds, but the points plus the rebounds combination in limited minutes, not one I'm liking. So we're going to take the under on Giddey here. Next one we're going to go to is Trey Murphy here. We're going to take the under on just the straight points for Murphy at 17.5. Just a high line for Trey Murphy. I know he's been playing really well, but not really a guy that could get his own shot super easily. So you got to bank on some of his threes falling here. It was a tough defensive matchup. Brandon Ingram and McCollum are still out there. Both didn't play super well, but are both pretty ball dominant. And I think in this tougher matchup, Murphy is going to struggle to get to 18 points. Not saying he can't have a good game. I think he can have like 14 or 15, but just 18 is going to be a lot for me. And I do think there is some recency bias here with him hitting it in the last game. So he did play 44 minutes in the last game, and he scored 21 points. But the 3 games before that, he was under this. And the game before that against Sac, he also played 43 minutes and got 16 points, so still was short. Just a 27% hit rate on the season. Even if we give him 35 minutes in this game, he's only hit this 38% of the time. I mean, I guess we could even give him 38 or more in this, and it's still a 3 out of 8, 38% hit rate. And lower scoring matchup, tough one here for Trey Murphy. So I think even given these huge minutes, he could struggle to get to 18 points unless the threes are really falling, which is definitely something we saw last game. The threes, he hit 5 of them, which is not going to happen every game. And I think they should be keying on him as well to make sure that they guard him at least out on the perimeter. So for Trey Murphy, going to be going to the under. His 3 line is set at 3.5, and it's actually bad money at over, so they also like the under on 3.5 threes. So for Murphy, going to be taking the under on the points for him. So if you guys want more picks, we have a ton of cappers giving out slips over here, a ton of picks posted. You guys saw some of the big wins over here on Underdog, some of the other picks that I give out and hit in the Discord. So definitely get over, check out the private Discord. It's less than $1 per day if you want to get in, get access to more of my picks, projections, and 5+ other cappers giving out picks in all sports. So we'll see you guys in the Discord, and subscribe to the channel.